I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk 2077 recently, and something struck me. A lot of the cool bionic tech in Cyberpunk is actually just around the corner in the real world. Cyborgs are a big part of Cyberpunk 2077, but cyborgs are, at their core, just people with really advanced prosthetics, and that's not fiction anymore. Modern prosthetics are nothing short of amazing. They are sleek, functional, and even trendy. Prosthetic limbs are now equipped with sensors and actuators that mimic the movement of natural limbs. There are many companies that are pushing the state-of-the-art in this field, but two of them shine out: Esper Bionics and Openbionics. Esper Bionics and their latest invention, the Esper Hand, received recognition as one of Time magazine's 200 best inventions of 2022. The Esper Hand is often considered to be the first AI-powered robotic prosthetic. It has dozens of sensors that detect and process muscle activity and brain impulses. All that data gets fed to a machine learning system that enables the hand to get more accurate and easier to use over time. There's also Openbionics, a company that makes a device that looks suspiciously like part of Iron Man's armor. It is appropriately called the Hero Arm, and it has become very popular due to its unique aesthetic. But it's also just a pretty darn good replacement hand, especially for kids who are still growing and will need frequent replacements. Since the Hero Arm is 3D printed, production is fast and relatively economical. And since 2015, Openbionics has partnered with Disney to help develop a line of Star Wars and superhero-themed covers for the arms, helping kids customize their prosthetics in the coolest way possible and improve their self-esteem. But the biggest advancements in bionics include the integration of neural interfaces and machine learning. This is truly where science fiction becomes scientific reality. A research team in Sweden has recently capped off years of work with a remarkable achievement. They've proven that their unique system of nerve amplification can lead to prosthetics with unprecedented levels of fine motor control. The end result is so good that their test patient can move all 5 fingers on his prosthetic hand independently with just his thoughts. And he doesn't even have to focus that much on the task. But not everybody wants to simply replace their lost limbs. Some amputees see their situation not as a disability, but an opportunity. And they're making the most of it by redefining what a human body can do and what it should look like. One example is pop star and fashion model Victoria Modesta, and she's become known for a unique visual style that utilizes cutting-edge designs for prosthetic legs that simply do things that human limbs can't. If there's anybody in the real world who personifies the cyberpunk aesthetic, it's her. While artificial limbs are the most prevalent type of bionics in sci-fi, human enhancements can go beyond that. In Cyberpunk 2077, characters can get upgrades for their brains and nervous systems to improve their natural capabilities. It seems far-fetched, but we actually already have the early versions of this tech. Some scientists are striving to improve memory in humans through directly stimulating certain parts of the brain with electricity. The scientists were able to research the effects of specialized electrical stimulation on the hippocampus, which is a crucial part of the brain that helps us make memories. This system learns the patterns of natural electric activity that occurs when the brain is storing memories, and then it mimics that by sending similar electric signals back. After many experiments, the data showed that the test subjects with the worst memory performances at the start of the experiment showed the biggest improvements. This kind of treatment could potentially have massive positive implications for people with diseases or injuries that impact memory. But what I really wonder about is something we see often in cyberpunk: elective prosthetics. That's people choosing to replace or supplement healthy, working body parts with augmentations. Now, elective surgery has been a thing for decades, and of course, cosmetic implants are nothing new either. But will we ever reach a point that resembles the world of Cyberpunk 2077, where perfectly healthy people decide that their arms, legs, eyes, or even their brains aren't good enough, and they decide to replace them with something artificial? The transhumanists and biohackers say yes, absolutely. But everybody else isn't so sure. Pew Research has been polling U.S. residents on the question of brain implants for many years, and despite the advancements, the general public is still very unsettled by the idea. In 2016, Pew Research asked Americans if they wanted an implanted computer chip to improve concentration. 66% of respondents said no. When Pew asked the same question in a survey 5 years later, 78% said no. In just a handful of years, people have come to trust brain implant tech even less than they did before. Of course, public sentiment can change. And there's one powerful force that has proven highly influential over public feelings: marketing. Once the tech is proven and capable of doing the kinds of things we see in sci-fi, companies will start investing billions in advertising dollars to sell the idea to consumers, regardless of whether their body works perfectly fine. We'll have to see how that goes. In the meantime, the important thing is that the tech is available for people who truly need it to gain the function they need to live healthy and productive lives. We are approaching an era where people who have lost core, vital parts of themselves can be whole again, and that's something to be hopeful about.